This video has been classified by the ABC as PG.
The Metro Man seems to be the name being given to an increasing number of men within the Melbourne community.
Eyes, chiseled jawline,
a nice face.
Metrosexuals are increasing.
Some men, however, are willing to go under the knife to achieve beauty and perfection.
For a guy to have plastic surgery, that's like a tad gay.
So, what procedures are men getting, and is this increasing in the Melbourne community? We spoke to Dr. Simon Bernard, a qualified plastic surgeon, to get insight through his experience.
In my practice, probably about 25 to 30% of my practice is male. It does vary from practice to practice. I think that the pressures are there, and I think we will see more males come in for more aesthetic surgery, more facial procedures.
Dr. Brett Archer is another cosmetic and plastic surgeon. 40% of his clients are men, and injectables are a hit with any type of guy.
You'd be surprised about the spread of sort of people that have Botox, male patients. I have quite a lot of outdoor workers. Often their girlfriends have said, oh, you know, you're getting lines around because they're squinting in the sun, and a little bit of Botox, they're quite into it.
So, what's driving more and more men in Melbourne to get these procedures? William Kostakis is a 21-year-old student and writer who has recently had rhinoplasty and otoplasty.
I had rhinoplasty and I had my ears pinned back, and that was something I wanted since I was very, very young. I could look at myself in the mirror and I'd be fine with it, but it got to the stage where if I took a photo and I'd turn on my profile, because of the hook in my nose, I always looked really angry. And I just looked, and my nose looked like it was trying to eat my face. I went up to a girl and, you know, we started dancing and we enjoyed ourselves, and then unfortunately we moved into better lighting, and she turned around, looked at my face and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't do this." And at that point I was just like, get the surgeon on speed dial. When it comes to guys, say if you see a guy on the cover of Men's Health, or you see these girls flocking to particular male celebrities, that stuff still affects your self-confidence and it still has you doubting. It's not that there's been a significant change and suddenly we've all decided, oh, let's all go get haircuts and be metro. It's just that now people have noticed that, hey, men go through the same sort of emotional stuff that girls do.
So, should men really be affected by what they see on the billboards? Victoria Fox, director of a non-invasive body reshaping clinic in Melbourne, shares her experience in the image-driven industry.
You know, models are supposed to be perfect. Even models aren't perfect. We have models come in here and they're some of the most insecure people, which is crazy because they're gorgeous. Celebrities, I mean, a lot of the time they just don't even look like that. They've been airbrushed to bits. There's celebrities that for photo shoots wear sort of sticky tape on their around their eyes, pulled back on a string, and they'll either put their hair in front of that or that tape will be airbrushed out later. And people are like, oh, I want to have these beautiful big cat eyes. They're not real. It's manipulated imagery that people are trying to match up to.
Victoria suggests that men should try non-invasive procedures before settling for invasive.
There's no need in most cases to have surgery. You may look back and regret it, and that's what bothers me. We see it all the time. And people go, you know what? And I think about it, I looked pretty good to start with.
But it seems for some men like William, surgery is the only option. He says it changed his life just like it did for Dr. Bernard's patients.
But you've got gentlemen who keep their shirts on at the beach for their whole lives, and then finally there'll be an event, there'll be something will get them to us and we can have a talk, and if it's appropriate we can fix that, and it changes their lives. They come back with their shirt and so, you know, Doc, I'm so happy. I can go to the beach again, I can swim, I can play with my kids and no one's staring at me.
But I still think there will always be the people who are completely 100% comfortable with how they look. And honestly, I am so envious of those people.